Hello everyone, Ace here, and today I've decided to have yet another look at some video game history, and in the process answer the question, what exactly made The Elder Scrolls III Morrowind great? First released all the way back in 2002 as the third main entry of the Elder Scrolls series, which is to say not including Battlespire or Redguard, The Elder Scrolls III Morrowind remains beloved and well known for its unique setting to this very day, and manages to stand out amongst the rest of the Elder Scrolls games to this very day. But to understand why this is the case, let's start looking at some of the things that helped make Morrowind great. And the first thing of note has to be the writing. Morrowind can in many ways be considered something of a last hurrah for old-school style open-world action RPGs, which among other things means that the game has a lot of dialogue and world-building within it, as players will find that conversations with NPCs will give you plenty of options to work with to piece together the lore of Morrowind. And given the unique and alien setting of Morrowind, there is understandably a lot to cover as far as depth is concerned. This is of course in stark contrast to later games such as Skyrim, where the player has access to considerably fewer dialogue options. Though that is of course partially due to the fact that later games actually voice the dialogue rather than it just be written down. So I've just explained why Morrowind stands out amongst later Elder Scrolls games, but let's look at something that makes it stand out even amongst the earlier games as well, that being that Morrowind emphasizes exploration and adventure more than any other Elder Scrolls game. And a good example of this is how the fast travel system is implemented in comparison to every other Elder Scrolls game. The fast travel system in Morrowind has been nerfed, and is not going to be your main mode of travel, especially in the early game. For a start, the fast travel system only goes to specific towns. You'll often need to use it multiple times to get from point A to point B. In addition, it also costs money to use the fast travel system, and while it isn't much money, you're still going to be strapped for cash in the early game. It's also worth noting that unlike later Elder Scrolls games, you don't have a magical arrow telling you where you need to go when on a quest, meaning that navigation is also a necessary skill to learn. However, the end result is that the player is required to explore the alien world of Morrowind, and typically they are rewarded for doing so. Even getting momentarily lost, for example, can reward the player by them accidentally stumbling across some ruins that they might miss otherwise, and getting some excellent loot as a reward for it. And yes, this does happen more than you might think in Morrowind. But moving on, I believe there is one final additional piece to the puzzle that I must mention with regards to what exactly made The Elder Scrolls III Morrowind great. That being the music. It's worth noting that the music of Morrowind was composed by Jeremy Soule, and more specifically Jeremy Soule in his golden age. So understandably, the music of Morrowind is some of the best of any video game ever created, with the main theme being so good that it officially became the main theme of the Elder Scrolls franchise in general, with Oblivion and Skyrim, for example, merely using remixes of the original Morrowind theme, along with of course bringing back Jeremy Soule in both cases. But ultimately what this results in, when put together, is a game with a unique setting that has a lot of depth, that actively requires the player to explore its world, and has what is effectively the audible equivalent of ecstasy ringing through your ears the entire time. With all of this in mind, it's very easy to see why Morrowind has such a loyal following to this very day. And also with all of this in mind, this has been Ace, and I hope you'll agree when I say that The Elder Scrolls III Morrowind is great.